Good morning. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. We're so grateful that you are here. We know today everyone is coming in virtual because we are wanting to make sure that everyone stays safe and healthy and intact with your families for the holidays coming up. I know it's going to be a different type of holiday season, but we know that ultimately it's going to be for the best for everyone. So welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. My name is Marypatriece Wendt. I am the spiritual leader here.
I'm Reverend Tom Wendt, and it's just a joy to support you and this entire ministry and everything you do. It is such a wonderful addition and part of our community.
Yes, I'm grateful, and you know that we are here located in Woodstock, Illinois. Beautiful, right off the square. If you ever decide to come by when we are open, and we would love to have you come visit us, but you'll know how we operate just through these services and through these talks and everything, and we love to be part of your life in a positive way. So you can always get a glimpse of who we are on our website at unitywoodstock.org. So let's go ahead and begin with a prayer. Let's take a deep breath. Divine life flowing through each and every one of us, we empower all people to connect with this source, with you within, to create the moments that are special to each and every one, and yet preserve that presence within, keeping it sacred and safe and healthy and peaceful. We know that we are not alone. We know that these moments and these days ahead are going to take courage and understanding. We will continue to reach out to each other and to the Spirit within, to connect, to share, to walk through each and every moment the best way we can. We're so grateful for the support, the breath that continues to breathe us, the presence that continues to hold us, and the people around us that we get to walk with through these moments. Thank you again. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Let's go ahead and start with our 5 unity principles, the basis for all that we do here.
Absolutely. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotence. The Christ Spirit lives within me. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. I experience God's presence and power through prayer and meditation.
I put my faith into action by demonstration.
You know, we say those every Sunday, and today they weren't coming to mind. So why does that happen? I don't know.
I kind of felt that for you.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. And I'm like, it's a great thing that we have the resources around us that help support us in doing what we love to do.
Like they're written right here.
Yes,
So
they are. So Unity Spiritual Center is a part of a group that believes in being more spiritual than religious. We are growing and expanding and evolving every day. And we don't really tell you that you have to do any particular type of ritual, any particular way of thinking. What we do is provide you the tools to find the way that resonates with you already, because we know that there's a guidance system in each and every one of us, that system that created us, that will tell us through our thoughts and our feelings and just the knowing that comes through in those special moments that helps us to navigate our lives and our days.
And being more spiritual than religious gives us the freedom to access the sacred writings of many spiritual and religious communities. So we'll certainly utilize the Bible, but we might also utilize the Bhagavad Gita, the Tao, Buddhist teachings, Native American writings or teachings. So the whole spectrum of what's available we use to simply bring out the power of God that is within us. Mm-hmm.
And we may even use everyday items and
Absolutely.
materials.
Good point.
It could be a movie, it could be a book, anything that, really touches on the truth of living is open to being used in these talks and in living, because it's all over the place. God is not only in one place. God isn't only found in one book. There are many sources for information, for insights, for revelations, and we don't discount that they can happen in a song. Oftentimes, our musicians pick out the perfect songs pretty much all the time, but there might be a song that you hear on the radio just in passing, or someone may say something just in passing that really touches your heart. That's just as sacred a moment and as sacred a message as one that you might find in a special book that we really honor in a special way.
Absolutely.
So we're so grateful that you are here. We're so grateful for all that you do, and we want to thank you in advance for supporting us, for sharing your gifts and your talents and your finances. We're so blessed that each and every day we get to show up and do the things that we love. We're so thankful that you take the time to donate your special gift, no matter what size it is. And if you'd like to take that gift out right now, just put it in your hand or put it in your heart if you're going to be donating online, because it's a little more difficult to do it while we're not meeting in person. But perhaps you want to use the mail. So as you think about the donation that you would like to give, your special gift, just hold it in your hand. And let's bless it together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. Thank you. USCW is self-supporting, so every gift matters. Every gift allows us to provide space, provide the platform for different groups to share their gifts, to support the community. So we have 12-step programs here. We have programs for a women's group. We have free guitars for future stars that meet here. So all of these things are an investment in the good that can happen and the good that people want to share. So with that, I'd like to transition into acknowledging some of the people here today that are really supporting us and helping us to make this service occur. So we have Ken Johnson. Thank you so much. He is our music leader for today. We have Joe Joswiak on our technology. Thank you, Joe. You're doing a fabulous job. We have Kim Joswiak, who is our Facebook extraordinaire. And she will, if you type in a note or a message or a question, she is there to respond and to support you in helping you to have the best experience you can have. So we're so grateful that now we get to turn it over to Ken as he shares his gifts.
I've been waiting for that something, yeah, to come along and make things right. I've been searching for that perfect time and place to make things better for me and the entire human race. In my desperation, what a revelation. Change begins with me. To bring peace to the world, I'm gonna be peaceful. To bring joy to the world, I'm gonna be joyful. To bring love to the world, I'm gonna be loving. I'm gonna be the change I wanna see in the world. I'm enjoying different choices, yeah. The simple little changes mean a lot. The more my mind and eyes are open, yeah, the more I see possibilities, a new creative thought. To feel the transformation, accept the invitation. The change begins with me. To bring peace to the world, I'm gonna be peaceful. To bring joy to the world, I'm gonna be joyful. To bring love to the world, I'm gonna be loving. I'm gonna be the change, be the change I wanna see in the world. Be the change, I'm bringing peace to the world. Be the change, I'm bringing joy to the world. Be the change, I'm bringing love. I'm gonna be the change, be the change I wanna see. To bring peace to the world, I'm gonna be peaceful. To bring joy to the world, I'm gonna be joyful. To bring love to the world, I'm gonna be loving. I'm gonna be the change I wanna see in the world. Be the change I'm gonna be in the world. Be the change I wanna see in the world. Be the change I'm gonna be in the world. Be the change. That was a song by our friend John Hegner. And if you would, take a few breaths with me. Center. Let's get ready for a time of going inward. Meditation, a time of meditation, a time of reflection. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Let's take a few moments to take a deep breath and go within. Settle into our chairs or wherever we may have found a comfortable place to relax into this moment. Let it be our moment. We'll breathe in and we're going to connect in to that divine source inside. We're going to let go of of the room that we started out in. We're going to leave that behind for now. There's nothing that we need. There's no luggage we need to pack. There is nothing that requires us to do anything. Just to simply, gently close the door for now. And breathe into this open moment. And walk up to a counter. There's a counter in front with a smiling attendant behind it. And there's a book lying on the counter. And the attendant gently says, "Would you sign your name, please, right here, just to acknowledge you are here, that you have decided to come here now and be present." And you pick up the pen and you list your name on the very first line. Because there is no one else needed to sign in but you. And as you do and you write the letters of your name, you feel a release. You've just put your name on this moment. You lightly put the pen down next to the book and give the attendant a smile. And you turn away to notice that there is a door. There is a door waiting. And you walk towards that door. It's beautiful, a warm wood. You see the grains and the texture of it and how ornate it is. And it has this beautiful metal knob and plate. It's as though it was made for someone very important. And you reach over and you gently turn it, and it so easily unlatches. And as it opens in front of you, a whole scene greets you. Smiling faces of people that believe in you, support you, love you. Maybe they are still in the physical form. Maybe they're not. And you walk into this reception for you. You take off your coat and you lay it aside as you walk into this group of people that care and accept you just the way you are. And you sit with them and you share what's on your heart. There is nothing you can say that moves anyone away from you. You breathe in, feeling that support and the peace and the empowerment that comes from being accepted, from being just who you are. You allow it to sink into every cell of your being, changing you in a core place. Opening you to be the expression that you are meant to be every day, in every moment. And as your moments with this amazing group of people come to a close, you stand and move towards the door, and you look down at the coat that you had brought with you, and you think, is that the same coat that fits me now? And you make a decision. You can choose to take it and put it back on. You can choose to take it and put it over your arm. Or you can choose a new coat. What will you decide? And you breathe in, knowing that whatever it is perfect, the perfect decision for you. And you step through that doorway again, closing this beautiful door behind you, placing your hand on the panel and blessing each and every one that has spent time with you. Walking back towards the attendant and smiling. There's no need to check out. Your name is here forever. Your access is always available. And you breathe and move back into the room where you are. Feeling the textures, smelling the sense of life, seeing the colors all around, knowing that you are in the perfect place to be you. And so it is. Amen. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I caught my breath. The very moment I was dreading was here. I could feel the lump in my throat growing until it reduced my breath to a quivering seam of air. And the tension in my chest was like a sumo wrestler sitting on it. The sweat bubbled along my hairline, my temples, and under my arms, and my heart was beating rapidly. I am here now. Time has stopped. The universe is listening. I know it. I can feel it. Will I say the words? Will I do what calls me? Will the words stay stuck inside? Will my hands refuse to move? Now is the moment to overcome the fear that is clamping down the line of my divine expression on my abundance, my creativity, my inspiration. What will I decide? Am I ready to go into the unknown? Will I trust that I'll experience the presence and power of God, nature, universe, Buddha, Jehovah, Allah, whatever I want to call that unlimited potential in me? I'm still sweating. The silence is still holding, waiting for me to respond. I take a deep breath, expand my awareness of my surroundings, relax my shoulders, release my jaw. When fear is near, I get clear.
I think that's a perfect example of those times when fear is right there in front of our face, or perhaps I should say in our throat, or in our gut, or in our head, wherever we experience fear when it controls us. So there are times when fear is readily apparent and overwhelming, when we're acutely aware that we're dealing with fear. I'm scared here. And we know fear has a grip on us. I'm thinking of those times when it controls me. The one that comes to mind is my fear of heights. I mean, I go 3 steps up a ladder and I freeze. I am just frozen. Fear takes all my power away. But I'm also reflecting on times when fear is controlling us, but in subtle, indistinct, and almost elusive ways. Those times when it's not apparent that fear is our adversary. So sometimes if we're struggling with a problem or a task, something we need to do, and we're struggling with it, we may not realize the real struggle is with fear underlying what we're about to do. I was working with a client just this week. He owns a bookkeeping / financial assistance firm and generally works with smaller companies, nonprofits such as churches like ours, and for-profits, and he is in need of clients. Well, he belongs to a chamber of commerce, and I suggested he call other chamber members to offer them his services. And when I did that, his entire affect changed. He looked down, he groaned. I don't know what to say, he says. I don't know how to say it. He imagined a number of other reasons why he would not be successful and thus did not want to try. I hate cold calls, he says. I just don't know what to say. And I said, Jeremy, you always know what to say to me when I ask you about your business. You're an expert in what you do. And he came up with a few more yeah buts. So I asked him, what's the worst thing that could happen if you make these calls? He paused and he thought for a while, and then he started to kind of shake his head in a positive way, when we start to see the light of what's going on. He says, I would be rejected. So the fear of rejection is what was driving his reluctance to act, not the fact that he didn't know what to say. He knew what to say. That fear was, as I alluded earlier, subtle and indistinct and rather elusive. He was not aware that fear was controlling him, taking away all the God power he has in him over his fear of rejection. And while he believed his inability to sell himself was holding him back, it was fear that was holding him back. More on that in just a moment.
The Quest by Richard and Mary Alice DeFola states, and this is a book that we are currently studying each week, if you are fearful of something, illness, old age, criticism, poverty, flying, death, heights, aren't you giving the object of fear more power than you are giving to God? Now, it's really important to understand that unity is a new thought group, and we're continually evolving and growing our awareness and our thinking of how we see things. It's a journey. This is a journey, not a destination. So the language that was used in this book, if it were today, now this book was put out, it was the second edition in 1994. Today, that quote might go something like this. If you are fearful of something, wellness, old age, criticism, poverty, flying, death, aren't you giving your power to that object of fear?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anytime I'm feeling anxious or upset about something or someone, I am losing or leaking out my power, the power within me, instead of addressing it from the divine presence within. And in working through my chapter this week, I was able to identify several fears, several leaks in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, feeling that grip of fear that I described earlier, gosh, it came, I can remember an earlier time than I was thinking of. It came when I came and told my mother that I was going to get married, and she wasn't going to approve of that. But it can also come to me in the same type of moment like Jeremy was experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Any time that I'm revealing who I am or choosing a new direction from what's expected or anticipated, I feel that fear. Perhaps it's a moment of releasing myself from a family system standard. Perhaps it's releasing myself from a routine that I've continued to do for years. Something that I'm not aligned with any longer. Perhaps it's just stating my preferences to somebody I love. What am I called to do? When fear is here, I get clear about who I am, who I'm becoming, and what my message is.
So I'm hearing you say we could use fear as kind of a red flag to say, oh, hold on a minute, let's check what's really going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. So getting back to my friend Jeremy and his fear of rejection, I asked him, Jeremy, what would you do if you did not fear rejection? He said, well, I'd make the calls. And great, I said, let's set you up to create interest and not rejection. So I asked him, I said, what's one overarching statement you could make about the services you provide, where if they knew nothing else about you, they would know enough to be interested in what you offer? So we thought about it, we talked about it for a while, and the light came on. He said, I know, he said, I'm Jeremy, last name and company, and I can help you save time and money through virtual bookkeeping. That was it. One sentence. I said, that's great. If they're not interested, well, they'll just tell you so. There's no rejection here. They just can't use your services. And if they need your help, they'll ask questions, and you have all the answers to those questions because you know what you offer. I said, and trust me, Most small businesses, bookkeeping is something they don't want to deal with. They would love to have you help them. Jeremy was pumped. We spoke at 11:30 in the morning. At 3:39, he texted me, and this is what he said. Update. Made 3 cold calls, followed up on all leads, sent out 2 more proposals on my network. He finished it up by saying, simplifying the first sentence made a big difference. I think what made a big difference was him realizing that he knew what to say and it was fear that was stopping him. So I'll ask those who are listening, and I'll ask myself too. Where do I doubt myself? What am I afraid of? Rejection? Failure? Embarrassing myself? Criticism, perhaps? And then ask yourself, and I'll ask myself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? As Jeremy said, I'd make the call. Use that as a metaphor for you making your call. What do you need to do? What do I need to do? Then set yourself up to take action in a way that mitigates your fears and take your power back.
In closing, when fear is here, I get clear. I breathe. I relax my shoulders. I look around. I unhitch my jaw. And I share my truth. Namaste.
Namaste.
What would I do if I knew I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sail? How far could I go? What could I achieve? Trust in the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread, and I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread, and I never lose faith, even when losing my way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What step would I take today if I were brave? If I refuse to listen to the voice of fear? Would the voice of courage whisper in my ear? I am brave enough to move ahead where true believers dare to tread, and I'll never lose faith even when losing my way. Yeah. What step will I take today? I am brave. What will we do today? I am brave. What will I do today? I am brave. What will I do today? I am brave. I am brave. Yeah, yeah. We are brave. We are brave.
Thank you, Ken. Oh, well, we're coming close to the end of our service today. Please, we've got several announcements, actually, more than usual, but please check out our website, unitywoodstock.org. You will find the groups that we support, the groups that we encourage. Many of them are meeting online. Some of them I know are more essential, so they might be meeting in person, but a very small group. Check in with them to see if that's something that you would like to be part of. Of course, during the week, we have meditations on Monday, and we have other affirmations throughout the week. Thank you, Kim, for the support in that. Please like or subscribe to our service today, or any of those things that you see come across your screen when you log in. Of course, our building is closed right now to people outside to come in and watch the service, but we will be back again as soon as we can. So we appreciate, again, your continued support, and we're grateful for all that you do and being here and sharing your time. This Saturday, the Way of Mastery is scheduled to meet, so it starts at 10:30. You'll want to go to the website to log in if you'd like and get more information. Next week, Kim Joswiak, our Facebook extraordinaire, will be speaking for us. Thank you very much. And we will continue remotely for now. After the service today, we normally have a Zoom discussion, but it's going to be used for church chat just for today, and we'll return back to our normal format where people can log in and share their insights about the talk or what their inspiration is shared to them, the messages that they're hearing. So we're grateful for that. Thursday is Thanksgiving, so look for a message that will be loaded onto our Facebook page for you to celebrate the day. So I think that's everything. Did I forget anything?
I think so, and if you're new to us and would like to learn more about us, I think the church chat might be a place to do that. So
Absolutely.
We hope you join us on Zoom.
Absolutely. So we're so grateful for you, for your time, for the energy that you bring. Even though you're at home, you exude an energy that supports everything and everyone around you. So please know that. And we're so grateful that we got a chance to share in that this morning. So shall we finish out with our prayer for protection?
Let's do that.
Okay.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.
Namaste.